Hello and welcome. Today, I thought we would explore what's called formal practice. And if you've done this with me before, you'll know that the basic idea is that once we take the posture, settle in, we do our best not to move. And it can be a really interesting challenge because little things like itches come up, or you realize you want to move your foot just a little bit. And the goal here is to notice and resist the urge as long as you can. And of course, if you're in pain, don't torture yourself. Sit with it until it's unbearable, and then do the kind thing for yourself. But it can be a very interesting exercise. So let's go ahead and begin. Coming into a seated position where you can be upright and alert, but still relaxed. Closing your eyes if it's comfortable for you. If not, just casting the gaze downward to minimize distraction. And taking a moment to come into the body. Make any last minute adjustments that you need to make to be comfortable. Noticing where your feet are, where your hands have landed. Adjusting the posture, finding that place of balance with the head on top of the spine. And then before we begin with our deep breaths, we set the intention to not move as best as we're able. And you may almost immediately notice an itch that needs scratching or an adjustment that needs to be made. Notice it. See if it changes when you focus on it. See if it eventually fades or if you forget about it. That's the invitation here. So let's go ahead and start with a nice deep breath. Letting it go in your own time. Taking a couple more. And once you've taken those few deeper breaths, letting go of any control around the breathing, letting it find its natural rhythm, trying to maintain the awareness that we've been cultivating in the first minute or so of this meditation, and turning that awareness towards the rest of the body, noticing what's true for you right now in this human body. What do you notice? If you find some discomfort, there's nothing more human. See if you can just be with it. And again, I'll reiterate, if you feel like you can't just be with it, by all means, feel free to end the meditation. But even with extreme discomfort, if we stay focused on it, we'll notice that it shifts and changes. And often what I find is that all of a sudden I'm thinking about something else and I've forgotten completely about the discomfort. It's fascinating. So just noticing what's going on in your body, resisting the urge to judge or fix or adjust, just being here with it. And this practice can be a wonderful opening into the idea of impermanence. If you are perfectly comfortable and serene, it will pass. And if you find this practice very challenging, that will pass too. So let's choose an anchor to rest our attention on. Can come back to the breath if that's comfortable, or shift to a different physical sensation in the body. And here, for this practice, you might even consider making a discomfort your anchor, something to experiment with, or turn your attention completely outside the body to the sounds of the room. Whatever anchor feels right to you today. We rest our attention there. We let all other thoughts drift on by. knowing that sooner or later we will find ourselves caught up in a thought. When we notice that, we let the thought go, we come back to the anchor and begin again. Check in with your mind. Just notice if it's wandered. Come on back to the anchor if you need to. And again, checking in with your mind, just noticing if it's wandered, coming back to the anchor if you need to. If you have any questions about formal versus informal practice, please feel free to reach out. I'll see you next week.